Startup Business Festival 2024 is back and bigger than ever, bringing you a month-long experience from November 1st to 30th.
Charlotte, it is an absolute honor and a privilege to have you right here on our platform for the Startup Business Festival. Before we get into it, Charlotte, I want to ask you, what does it mean when you hear about a 30 days business event? Just straight at the top. What does it mean to you when you hear about a Startup Business Festival that goes on for 30 days?
Well, I think, first of all, it's a great innovation. I think, there is so much to discuss, Karaba. I mean, you couldn't do it in one day. I've tried to do it in 1.5 days and I can't even do it. So I do think it gives you space, it gives you time to really discuss things and for it to be more in-depth and more meaningful. And I think, every discussion that you have, somebody comes with something fresh and new and inspiring and innovative. And I think you've given that platform now for 30 days to do that. And I think as the days go on, I'm sure more and more people are being inspired and coming forward with ideas and say, we'd like to know more about this and we'd like to know more about that. So I think you really are allowing for that thought process over a longer period of time. So I think kudos to you, kudos to Lucky and the whole team that has put this together. I think it's brilliant and I really want to support it as best as I can.
This is your chance to join leading entrepreneurs, innovators, and change makers from across the continent as we connect, grow, and shape the future of business. With an exciting lineup of keynote speakers, masterclasses, dynamic panel discussions, exclusive product launches, and live showcases, this festival is packed with opportunities to inspire and elevate your entrepreneurial journey. Don't miss out. Register now to secure your spot and be part of Africa's most transformative business event. Let's build the future together. Welcome to Creative Week at the Startup Business Festival, a celebration of creativity, culture, and the limitless potential of human imagination. This week, we pay tribute to the artists, performers, and creators who bring color, emotion, and inspiration to the world of business and beyond. Creativity is more than just art. It's a powerful force that drives innovation, challenges norms, and inspires change. Through dynamic performances, artistic showcases, and discussions with industry pioneers, Creative Week highlights the significant role of the creative economy in today's world. We explore how creativity fuels everything from brand identity to problem solving and how it connects us on a deeper, more human level. Join us as we celebrate those who dare to dream, who push boundaries, and who remind us that creativity is essential in every industry. This week, immerse yourself in the vibrant world of creativity, only at the Startup Business Festival.
Welcome to the second day of our Entrepreneurship for Cultural Expression Week here at the 2024 Startup Business Festival. Today we celebrate the power of music and storytelling to inspire, connect, and transform lives. Our session today is a storytelling interview with an extraordinarily young talent, Palesa Shongwe, a 24-year-old artist and music enthusiast from here in Joburg. Palesa embodies the spirit of creativity, turning her passion for music into a vibrant form of artistic expression that resonates with audiences afar and wide. With her unwavering drive to create something meaningful from nothing, she represents the boundless potential of South Africa's creative community. Through this intimate conversation, we'll explore Palesa's journey as an artist, her love for music, and how she brings her vision to life. We'll also delve into how creative entrepreneurs like her are using their talents not only to express themselves, but to contribute to the cultural and economic transformation. Whether you're a fellow artist, a music lover, or someone seeking inspiration from your own entrepreneurial journey, today's session promises to be both enriching and inspiring. So help me welcome my guest for today, Palisa Shongwe. Hi, Palisa, how are you?
Hello, I'm good. How are you?
I'm great, thanks. Yeah. So it's just going to be a conversation between the two of us, but because I've invited you here, I'm going to give you the opportunity to just sort of introduce yourself to the people that may not be as familiar as we are with you.
Okay. My name is Balisa Shonge from Joburg. I'm 24 years old and I love music. I've been a music lover my whole life. That's all I've been doing. I love music. I create music from scratch and that's what I love doing. That's what I enjoy doing most of my time.
So you enjoy
Yeah.
just the creativity of the music genre
Yes.
and how you. Let me ask, which genres of music do you actually do?
I do R&B and soul music. That's what I specialize in. But since I'm a vocalist, I can literally tackle anything. But for now, my niche is R&B and soul music.
R&B and soul. So your Anita Bakers, your Tony Braxtons, your Keith
Yes,
Sweats,
yes,
your
true
Anthony
soul. Yes,
Hamilton. Yes, so that's your kind of vibe. Okay,
yes,
let's start with the interview then.
yes.
So let me actually ask you the first question. Can you share up with us how your journey as a music enthusiast and as an artist began? Like, what inspired you to pursue this path?
Okay, what inspired me is from a young age, from the age of 8, I always loved singing. I would play alone and I would just start singing and I then realized a lot of people will actually compliment me at such a young age. So I could see that this is actually working out for me. And then as I grow older, I started to write my own songs and it worked out for me because it was something that I enjoyed doing. So and a lot of people welcomed me with it and I just saw that this is what I want to do.
So, since it started at such a young age, obviously growing up in Joburg, how has the city influenced you and your music?
Growing up musically, because no one in my family has any musical background, so I did all the research by myself and exploring and finding different people with different sounds. And being in Johannesburg, it's such a large city, an artistic city, to put it like that. So I managed to explore and meet people who are doing the same type of music that I am doing and also different type of music because there's a lot of different genres that are going on now. So I would just tackle the R&B people and just ask them questions. So I did the research for myself, and that's how I learned about music.
So that's how you were building this whole creative journey with me, and I like what you said in the beginning as well, which is something that I also wanted to speak about when you said you create music out of nothing. So what does that mean for somebody who doesn't
Yes.
understand what that means, and how has that mindset shaped how you craft your work?
Okay, me by creating something out of nothing is literally me just coming up with something out of nothing, which is you can get a beat and then you'd start thinking of lyrics and it came easy for me. So I would just create music. I would listen to a beat and I would start coming up with melodies and until it was a whole thing, until I build up the song. Literally it's building up the song and it's just creating something out of nothing and writing your own lyrics because I write my own music. I write my own things, but I don't produce my own beat. I only create music. which is creating music. And that actually helped me a lot to grow into it, because now it comes easy as you do it. You can just listen to a beat and come up with lyrics and come up with on the spot.
You know, and obviously this comes with having a routine. So I'm going to ask, do you have a specific routine that you go
Yes.
through? Maybe a specific type of setting you like to be in when you're creating the music, or do you just go with the flow wherever you are?
Now I listen to everything. So if I would just hear a beat, I would just be inspired to sing. I would just hum the melody of the song, and then now that is how, and then write lyrics after, and then that is how I came up with, like, just writing the whole song and coming up with a song.
So yeah, obviously, are there any specific maybe themes or messages that you like to convey in your music? For anybody who's out there who might be trying to get into the music game, are there any like specific themes or like topics that you like to speak about in your music?
Okay. I'm a lover of music, so I can write songs about everything. But I think my niche is love songs. I do a lot of love songs because in South African music, the R&B space is not broad enough. So that's what I want to do. I love making love songs, soft music, your clear soul vibes, soft R&B music. That's my niche for now. But I am willing to
Obviously,
explore and do other genres. I make love songs because I'm just a lover. I'm a lover.
you are definitely a lover. If you love to write love songs, it has to come from a place of experience and longing and all of these complicated emotions that come with love. But you know, you said something that was very interesting
Yeah.
just now. You spoke about the South African landscape
Mhm.
and how they treat R&B artists and how they treat neo soul artists or people who don't make the mainstream music like amapiano and your hip hop and your house. So,
Yes, yes. Uh-huh.
how do you balance staying true to your artistic vision while trying to like appeal to a broader audience? Because that's always something that people struggle with.
Yes. I'm open to criticism. So I would record a song, and you won't get a love from everyone, and you will get criticized whether it's good or bad. I stay true to myself, and I always remind myself why I started doing this in the first place, and that's what keeps me going.
So always tapping into the inspiration that you grew up with and the kind of people that you tapped into
Yes.
and standing on their shoulders, I mean. So as a young artist, what are some of your biggest challenges that you've faced so far and how have you overcome them?
By staying true to myself, always reminding yourself why you started doing it. And I love music. I stay true to myself. I am open to criticism, open to people's views on how they view my music, and I don't discriminate. If someone doesn't like my song, there's something I need to change about it, and that's it. That's what I will do. And also keeping your mental health stable, because that's what keeps you going.
So it's always about grounding yourself and understanding that
Yes.
even with criticism, it comes from a good place. It comes from a place of building and not necessarily like trying to tear you down. So and also I'm going to ask you again, like what lessons have you learned so far? So what is the biggest thing that you take away, especially from music? Because the music business is not a friendly business. It's not one where you take
Yes.
things lightly. So what are some of the biggest lessons that you've come across in your journey? And can you share some with us?
The My biggest lessons is, yes, sticking to the type of music that you do, and always be mentally prepared of, because the industry is hectic. The music industry is hectic. So if you always stay true to yourself, always know what you are doing, and always tell yourself that you will be able to do it, And yes, that's what keeps me going, and it inspires me. And if when I feel like I'm losing it, sometimes I would have a writer's block where I don't know what to write, and then I'm stuck in the middle. I don't even know what to do. I would just come back to myself, humble myself, and just be humble. And yes.
Let's try and lift the mood now and go back to your inspiration. So, are there any artists that you don't mind mentioning and don't mind saying they influenced your work, and how have they shaped your work?
I love Cleo Soul, and she does. I do her type of music, which is neo soul, R&B soul, soft music, and Erica Badu. So I started listening to them a lot. Even when I'm about to write a song, I would listen to how they do the song from the verse to the bridge to the chorus, and I would listen to most of the R&B, even if it's not soul, or even if it's not Cleo Soul or Erica Badu, just a lot of R&B artists. I would listen to them, and that's where I get my inspiration.
And obviously, grounding yourself in like that kind of inspiration is something that's commendable because not a lot of people know or are familiar with Miss Badu and the kind of music that she do. So neo soul. So I know what neo soul is. You know what neo soul
Yes,
is. But for the listener who's out there, who's like, what is this new
yes.
word? What is this new genre? Can you point them in any right direction? It's Erica Badu and who else?
It's Erica Badu. It's Cleo Soul. I also listen to Ram Gold. Yes, those are my top three artists that I listen to. And there's also Remon. She also does R&B. And neo soul is a soft type of music, you know, soft R&B. If you're familiar with R&B, it's the same thing, but it's more softer than R&B, because R&B you can sing about anything. You can sing about heartbreak, you can sing about love, and neo soul you can also sing about heartbreak, and you can also sing about love. You can also, like clear soul. Sometimes it's kind of a gospel-y like music, and that's what inspired me, because you can do an R&B soul and just put gospel in it, and yeah.
All right, let's now live in the realm of fantasy, and kind of like pick apart what if you could imagine your dream project or a dream like um, milestone for you, what would it be and why? What would be important to incorporate into that project?
I would love to see myself writing songs and being on billboards wherever I go because of my music. And most of South African R&B artists, they are underground artists, and they are underrated. And I would love to just take away the underrated side of it, just be R&B, and for it to be popular like the other genres that are popular right now, because R&B neo soul type of music is not popular in South Africa. So that is what I'm trying to do, and learn more of it, so that a lot of people who are willing to do the type of music, the soul type of music, so they can be also inspired.
So I'm gonna allow you to also shoot your shot. Um, who is your dream collaboration in the South African R&B space? There are people like
In the
Manana.
South
There's people like Miss who's that? Marcus Harvey. There is Marcus Harvey. There is Manana. There is
Yes,
Elaine. There's so many other people. So who's your dream collaboration?
I would personally love to work with Elaine, because she recently dropped a project and it was good. I listened to her from way back, and I was like, this is the type of music I do, and I would love to see myself do music with her.
So definitely, if Elaine is watching, please shout out to our girl right here. We don't get that collaboration
Yes.
working. You know, I've got you for another like
Yep.
5 minutes.
Yes.
So I'm going to ask you some like, future questions. where do you see yourself and your music in the
Okay.
next 5 years?
You
Where
know,
do you
when
see?
you just walking across or you're just shopping and you would hear songs in the mall, that is where I want to listen to my songs. I want to hear my songs everywhere I go. I want to be on the billboards. I want to be I want to be huge in the next 5 years. I want to be known for what I do, and yeah, for people to know me and to for me, because in my songs mostly it's soft music. People can relate to it. So I want it to be this type of music that people can listen to. I'm not even writing from my point of view only, but from the other person's point of view. So both of us can relate to the songs, and a lot of people can find it easy for them to listen to the song from their point of view as well. So I want to see myself in those boards, those billboards, and everywhere, the radio.
So yes, obviously in the next 5 years you will get there, but obviously there is like building blocks that you obviously need to go through. So I want you to speak about the entrepreneurial side of the music, like your branding and your marketing. Like what does that look like to you now, and what do you see it doing for you within the next year or so?
Okay. For now, I'm about to release my first ever song, which I am marketing on TikTok and all my social media. But I have not dropped the song, and I do have a producer that I work with who does my beats, and that's who I work with. That's the entrepreneurial side of it. I'm yet to release my first ever project.
So obviously, can you give us a name, a title of the project? Can you like hint a bit?
The name it's a Yes, it's a single. It's not a whole EP. I'm gonna release a whole EP, but now I want to start with singles. The name of the song is "Body" by me, Balesa.
All right. So where can people reach you if they ever want to like, collaborate? They wanna shoot their shots, they wanna be in Balista's new wave and kind of ride the R&B train
Mhm.
with you.
Yes, they can find me on TikTok. I'm on TikTok. That's where I promote my songs, and also Instagram. My TikTok handle is Balesa 00, just Balesa 00, and same on Instagram.
So
That's where
you heard
people
it
can
right
reach
here.
me if they want to. Yes.
You heard it right here. So one day when you are picking up Palace's, music on your whatever listening you use, whether it be Apple Music, Spotify, YouTube Music, one day you'll be like, hey, um, what is going on? Where have I learned this person from? And you'll be able to say, she was there on the Startup Business Festival 2024, and she was
Yes.
having a candid conversation with
Yes.
me. And you never know. You never know. We might hear these two
But
voices
no,
on a
you
track together one day. You never know.
just never know. Yes.
But anyway, thank you so much, Melissa, for your time. Thank you for having this conversation with me. I know I said we might stretch it a little bit more, but I think we've
Yes.
hit all
Yes.
the notes that I wanted to hit with you, and I've had the conversation that I
Mhm.
actually wanted to have with you. So thank you so very much for your time and your candidness with us. And obviously, I'm going to say
Oh,
this
sorry,
again.
it
You
cut
can.
off.
Oh, you couldn't hear me.
Yes, but I can hear you
Oh,
now.
sorry. No, I was just thanking you for your time and having this conversation with us. And obviously, since you've already put
Thank
out your
you.
social media handles, I'm going to be like, if people want to continue this conversation with you, definitely to reach out and support the journey and be there, especially if you're a fan of R&B.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
So definitely, definitely. And on our side, the Startup Business Festival, you can keep the conversation going on our social media platforms on Facebook, on Instagram, on X. And obviously, you can rewatch this conversation that I had with Palisa on YouTube. Please use our hashtags SBF 2024 and our second hashtag Launchfest 2024. It's been a pleasure having you here, Vanessa. It's been a pleasure to have this
Thank you for
conversation
having
with
me.
you. Oh, it's always a pleasure. And to our listeners out there and our viewers, signing off for today. I will see you back here tomorrow for day 3 of the 2024 Startup Business Festival. It's all from me, your host, Sbulela Dono. Ciao.
Welcome to Creative Week at the Startup Business Festival, a celebration of creativity, culture, and the limitless potential of human imagination. This week, we pay tribute to the artists, performers, and creators who bring color, emotion, and inspiration to the world of business and beyond. Creativity is more than just art. It's a powerful force that drives innovation, challenges norms, and inspires change. Through dynamic performances, artistic showcases, and discussions with industry pioneers, Creative Week highlights the significant role of the creative economy in today's world. We explore how creativity fuels everything from brand identity to problem solving and how it connects us on a deeper, more human level. Join us as we celebrate those who dare to dream, who push boundaries, and who remind us that creativity is essential in every industry. This week, immerse yourself in the vibrant world of creativity, only at the Startup Business Festival.